Hello guys, welcome. A whole lot of us have had concerns around viral sample collection and documentation of the result received on NMRS, and we always have the flag as shown on my screen with red ink. So this is going to be a walkthrough on how to have this done and done correctly. Quickly, of course, we know we'll have to log into our database with our username password, and then choose the client in question. Let's say this particular question, this particular client. Now, let's assume the sample was collected, and remember, the sample collection form would have its own um, um, the form number. So we would want to believe that this sample number would be the same. Since we are documenting the result for that sample, the number should be the same as what we have also for the result received. So just so we see this and follow through with it, we move over to documentation of the results. To document this result, remember you are going to just click on the add past visit for that client. Now you can see under the general actions, add past visits. So when you click on add past visits, it takes you to where you chose the date the result was received. Let's say the result came in today. I'll choose this date and then confirm. It opens these program areas for that client and creates an encounter for us for that date. So, of course, we deal with ART program area, so I choose ART, and it gives us the different forms this client is eligible for. We are concerned with the lab forms, and so remember that our sample collection was done, and of course, like I made mention earlier, the for that sample that was collected, we had sample type. That's looking at the viral load sample collection form section. The sample type, this sample was sent to PCR lab, sample ID, and these details would should definitely be the same as the details for the result that is received, because the result received will be result received for this particular sample. So, and also we should also note that sample ID that you have up here should also be the same as the sample ID for the result that is coming in, because of course the result, like I said earlier, is for this sample. So we move over to documentation of the results. For this result, just before I go in depth, I want to believe that for the sample collection, it is a bit straightforward, not really complicated. Just a few sessions I made mention of. Just go down to choose viral load indication, be it routine, targeted, or whatever it is. The test ordered, of course, it's a viral load, and then the date sample collected, you capture this accordingly. Also, remember this date for sample collection when you get to your results will also be the same as the date of sample collection on that result form. So, and then you chose the signature, that's the super user, and then save this form. Okay, so for our result received, to document that, you click on the lab order form. This is where we have the issue. Now, for this lab order form, please note that you would, once you come in here, remember you chose the date. Once you come in here, ideally, the date of result should not be, or the date of visit should not be the same as the date of visit for the sample collection. So I would want to also check, ignore the date of sample collection like in the past too, when I filled that sample collection form. But then let's assume that it's different as it should be in an ideal situation. And now this is the date of results received. So in this case now, of course, this date is by default based on the date I captured as my date of encounter when I clicked on that add paths visits. Now, when you get down here, please, for viral load result, you must try to ignore lab registration number, except there is any other lab encounter, lab test that the client was referred for, which you feel the need to capture. But otherwise, the lab registration number should be ignored in this session. Just once you open the lab order and result form, go straight to the viral load section and then check the checkbox for viral load test. Once you check this, the fields for viral load results comes up, and then you fill them judiciously and accordingly. Now, what do we do first? Remember the sample ID, capture the sample ID as it is or as it was on the sample collection form. Of course, the sample type you as also was captured, and then the indication for viral load. Remember, we had something like this before. We had baseline, targeted, and one other indication. So the baseline here, of course, you would want to capture accordingly. Baseline 6 months, routine 12 months, or whatever is applicable. So let's say this is base. Yeah, that was routine we chose. So let's say this is routine 12 months, and then sample collection dates. For our sample collection dates, remember what we had in the previous form. Okay, so you capture what you have as your sample collection date on the sample collection form. So let's say sample was collected on the 1st of June, and then sample sent to PCR lab that same 1st of June, and then sample received at the PCR lab that same day. And now we have for our date of results sent from the PCR lab. That's the result received now. Let's say this result is received today. Date of result, this result received at facility is same today, and the result is captured as, that's the result date is captured as today. Now, date assay, remember the sample is assayed either the same day or few days after it was received at the lab, as the case may be. So let's say this was also assayed on the 1st day of June, and then approved on that same day. So once this is done, you have the um, viral load results. How to capture that? If your result is in alphanumeric format, that's when it's like less than 20, greater than 20, sorry, less than 20, less than 30, less than 40. What you just need is you click on the value, as you can see them here. So if, for instance, it's less than 20, when I click on this value, this less than 20, the actual viral load test result would give me like 19. So like just like what you can see here. Or alternatively, you may want to choose numeric value and impute the value of that your results. So that being said, for instance, let me say my result is 200. I'll choose the numeric value and come down here and enter 200. Alright, so once this is done, I'm done with viral load. The next thing is to sign off on that form. Of course, I'll have to choose the name of the clinician. In this case, our clinician, we don't have those names imputed, so we just choose the super user and choose the dates. This is the only compulsory field here, and this is captured on the 15th, as today. Alright, so with this, you could just go ahead and hit your save button, enter form, and you're done. This will come up with no error, and you can see that our recent activity, the lab order and result form, has been captured accordingly without taking us back to this error page. So with this, I would want to believe that we can do this walkthrough and have this done efficiently. In subsequent videos, we shall see in depth more and walk through on how to do other documentation. Thank you so much for this time. Bye for now.